Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So the castle has become a strange pyramid object. Very strange pyramid object, in fact. But here we are in the Dark World. World parallel to our own, but in many ways completely different. So the first thing we're going to notice is a piece of heart. How generous! Our heart containers have increased. So you might have already noticed that there was a bombable door nearby. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that for now. I'm afraid we're going to have to leave that for later. It's not bombable by traditional bombs. We're going to have to find another option. But some of the best things about the Dark World is that everything is just slightly different enough and monstrous to concern you. Every tree seems to have these faces on them. And it's just slightly disturbing. And instead of tree and leaves, it looks more like a gigantic mushroom, but with a tree, what's the word I'm looking for? Trunk. But with a monstrous tree trunk. It's just itty bitty things like that. Just, this world is just slightly off and concerning. So why don't we look around and see if this place is explorable, shall we? And as I just demonstrated, if you're reckless here in the Dark World, everything can kill you. It's a lot more dangerous here. So you might have to start coming up with better plans for fighting enemies that are very similar to ones you fought before, but far more dangerous. The bows and arrows are going to be your friend in many cases. Oopsies. At least until we get more power. Here's... this path is blocked to us. However, notice that this little location is above water. If you remember, Magic Mirror takes us to the Light World. But it only takes us here. Now this is a place we've already been before. But it's a sort of a key mechanic of the Legend of Zelda, of the Dark World in general, that you want to look for spots like that to go back to the Light World so you can explore there and see if something can be found that you wouldn't have normally been able to get to. And some areas are fairly parallel compared to the Light World. Like, in the Light World, I believe we found that this was a fairy fountain. Here, same thing, fairy fountain. That may not be a 1-to-1 ratio in the rest of the areas, but it's good to note. Now remember, this is where we got our first pendant, was this area. In the Dark World, this area is going to look a little bit different. Away with you, mouth beast! Alright, let's go ahead and switch to the boomerang so I can use it to help me out, just in case enemies around here are slightly more dangerous. Thankfully, the Master Sword is still powerful enough that we have a fighting chance. You're new here, aren't you? Did you come here looking for the power of gold? Well, you're too late. Obey only the first person who touches it. The man who last claimed the power of gold wished for this world. It reflects his heart. Yes, I came here because of greed for the golden power, and look what happened to me. To restore the Golden Land, a person worthy of the golden power must defeat the man who created this place. Until that time, I am stuck in this bizarre shape. But what a mischievous thing to be lying around. The power of gold. Triforce. Oh my. I don't know if that's actually the first time in this game where we are actually said the word Triforce is used. Until this point, I'm pretty sure it was always referred to as the power of gold. So yeah, you can break down that little path behind him, and the only thing there is hearts. Reminiscent of when we spoke to Sahasrahla and his location in this area. Though not quite. Gigantic Arrow tells you that you can travel underneath... Yes, instead of geese, we have pterodactyls. You know what? I'm gonna go get those hearts back. I'll be right back. You know, I used to be good at this game before I had to talk at invisible people. That's right. I'm bad because of you people. It's all your fault. See? Now I can actually keep my gamer cred. Anyway, if you move on, you might notice that ever so slightly you can see little holes punctured in to these hedge mazes. That's supposed to tell you exactly where you're supposed to go, and of course give you indication of where you can stand when you're walking through, because you can barely see Link in through some of these holes. Alrighty. So, I suppose we should make our way out of here. Not exactly has maze. I'm Kiki the monkey. Kiki! I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? Let's give him 10. Kiki, good choice. I will accompany you for a while. Kiki. Alright, well, we have a pet monkey. Groovy. Talking pet monkey, granted. That is a little strange. Away with you. Odd tentacle beast. If it were up to me, anytime something needed to be named, it would be named after one of its attributes and beast. And that's it. It would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Kiki, give me 100 rupees, I'll open the entrance for you, Kiki. Well, sure. Good choice. Then I get 200 rupees, Kiki. Well, I don't see a way we could get up there, so that's your only way in. Kiki the monkey is the only thing that can let you through. Now this area looks familiar, doesn't it? Ah, but until you get here, all of a sudden it's very different. So yeah, it's very reminiscent of the first dungeon, only this is the Dark World version. Everything is different, but the same. Uh-oh. I'm going to actually, if you use magic powder on these anti-fairies, you have to be very careful though, they become fairies! You, honestly, I don't think you would think of using the magic powder on those enemies unless you knew their name was anti-fairy. Haven, can you hear me? Haven, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. I am locked in Turtle Rock on top of Death Mountain. I know you are doing your best, but please hurry. Wow, so Sahasrara isn't the only one that can speak to us telepathically. Zelda can too. So the dungeons are going to start becoming much more complicated very quickly due to the nature of the Dark World. And yes, I'm spoiling something. There's going to be more dungeons. These enemies move either the opposite of how you move. Oh, I'm sorry, they all move opposite of how you move. But I mean, some move at a ratio of 1 to 1, some move at a ratio of 2 to 1 kind of thing. You might notice the red ones are a little difficult to hit. See? So why don't we try bows and arrows? Yep. So the key here is to shoot where you want them to be, then move them into position so they're hit by the arrow as it's flying. You don't want to shoot them straight to the face, because then you run into a situation where you might have noticed he started shooting fireballs at me. Yeah, they can do that. We got a map! Now, unfortunately, it seems we can't get past this point. Those odd mole-like things are blocking our ways. Ow. Ow. Hate wall! Alright, why don't we just see if any of these have... Ah, well, there are lots. Why don't we check our map, see if there's anything interesting? Ah, so we want to go to our right first, because that is a dead end, and thus probably treasure! I don't have fairies caught right now. Keep in bottle. Oopsies. Well, it happens. I now have a fairy backup, just in case. And by going in here, we get a key. So, let's backtrack a bit. Now, I'm going to actually show some of this backtracking. I'm going to demonstrate why in just a moment. First off, if we check our map, it's obvious that there's nothing to the left or right of us using these. Now, you might be tempted, when I came down here, you saw me run into this wall to open this door. However, you're like, well, there's a hole right here. What if you just use that to get through? Allow me to demonstrate. Rather than breaking a hole in the wall, we broke a hole in the floor. and you can fall in and take damage. Just wanted to demonstrate that real fast. However, that's a mechanic that you need to keep track of, just in case. It is going to be important. If not in this dungeon, then in others. Take the teleporter back. Actually, I should probably get that anti-fairy. Nah, too late now. Now, we could use the key to go into that door, but then what would we do with the left side? So why don't we go to the left side first? Away with you! I'm not sure what those things are called. They're cute, though. So by going down here, we get a chest, but you also see these enemies. They spit out fireballs at you, but at pretty regular intervals and not very quickly, so usually they're easy to avoid. However, it might become a little bit more complicated in the future when they start throwing other enemies at you with those in the room. It's more of a demonstration at this point, and a reward for actually if you've got the red shield already, because red shields can block fireballs. Onward! Oh my! Turtles! They're adorable! They're also quite invincible. For now. Aha! Okay, so, remember that thing I demonstrated with the hole in the floor? Yep, you can use that to fall down. Now, we're not going to do that quite yet, because we still have places to explore here first. Away with you! So you see where those arrows are? If you run towards them, you might not need to run towards them, you might be able to just walk towards them, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, move towards them, and you can jump down from places. We should get that. Oh no, okay. I know, I remember what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go this way first. Alright, if we look in here, we should eventually find a button. However, every time we walk off of it, it stops depressing and stops activating the door. So what you do is you move the statue, move it in position, and done. Alrighty, let's see if we can't take care of some of these enemies. Very familiar room. See? Fireballs. There we go. Hope you're practicing your bow skills. I feel like I'm missing something. Missing a lot of things, actually. And this should be very familiar because this, I think it was in the first dungeon. So if we check our map, we're gonna go down a floor from here. Actually, we should be okay, I think. Oh, nope, never mind. Blocked off. So yeah, we need to backtrack a bit. So I'm gonna go back all the way to the room where I had to blow a hole in the bridge. 3, 2, 1... Okay, my timing was a bit off. Though I could edit it so that the timing was 100% perfect. In theory. But that sounds like too much effort. Alright, so here we get to use the other key. So we can go up the stairs to find this chest. Inside is the big key. We still haven't found the big chest though. Where could it be? Hey! And some Stealthosis. Stay away from me, Stealthosis. Stealthosi? Nope, 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 nope! Alright. Let's get the net. There we go. I feel better about my position now. Alright, up and over, through and through. There we go. That's much better. Get this chest. Oops. Darn. I have to go around to get that, don't I? Curse you, game! Alright, hit the switch. Moving on, and as I just demonstrated, you don't actually have to run to go off those. Away with you! Alright, here you want to move as quickly as possible, because as you might hear, something seems to be moving behind us. Yep, the bridge is falling. Compass! Alright, you might notice there's a key here, a key door here, and a key door over here. Yeah, let's go to the left first. If you look at the map, it looks like something we can take advantage of, and we did pass the big chest as we went here. Aha! So we're going to... Oh, dear! You might remember a room much like this in the light world, only this time we don't have the benefit of being able to use torches. Apologies for that. Here we are, traveling a maze, and I found a chest. Oh, actually, I need that heart. I need every heart I can get at this point. Key. Not Kiki the monkey, key because I got a key. You know what? Bombs. And we've got one of my favorite items, the magic hammer. You can drive the wooden stakes into the ground. You can use it to pound on other things, too. Go ahead, get your that's what she said jokes out of your system. Now, the magic hammer is interesting because it is technically more powerful than the Master Sword. However, it has limited range. It doesn't sweep like the Master Sword does. However, there are certain enemies in this game that can only be defeated using the magic hammer. We're not going to worry about them just yet. Until now. Never mind, I completely forgot they were in this room. So by using the magic hammer, you flip them over. Hit them again and they die. Now, once they're on their backs, you can hit them with just about anything and they'll die. Now, we're not going to go into the locked room just yet, because I want to demonstrate what's down here. Alrighty. That should do it for there. And that should do it for there. Money! Oopsies. Hey, come on! I'm one pixel off every time. Oh, you gave me an arrow. Thank you. And a key. Seriously, Haven? Yeah, we're just avoiding that anti-fairy. Haha! Yeah, we're gonna go this way, thank you. See, you get all the rupees you spent having Kiki tell you, get you here in the first place. You get them all back, so don't worry about that. So now, from here, what you want to do is hop down here, get hit by these enemies, then notice that the magic hammer one-shots the blue ones. I don't know what it does to the red. No, just takes... Oh, that's right, I was about to say the red's invulnerable, but I guess I was wrong. It has to have a lot of hit points. Alright, so now I'm going to meet you all the way back in the other area, where we needed the magic hammer. And we're back! So as you can see, these mole-like thingies on the ground can be magic hammered down into place. What's the saying? When you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail? Oopsies. That way. Grab some things from there, just in case. Onward! Ow. Not onward. Oopsies. There's a way to do this in such a way where you can kill every enemy in the room with just 2 swings of your hammer. I'm not that good at timing, apparently. Okay. So every time I want to light a torch, so far I've been, a lot of times I accidentally go to the magic powder. There's a reason for that. In future games there's Link's Awakening specifically, you could used the magic powder as the torch, and it served a dual purpose. Ow. Right. Hate you all! I just want to run down hallways. And here we have the boss. Look, if you want the name of the boss, you're coming to the wrong person. I don't know anything about names. Alright, so just avoid some of the fireballs. Hit him with the hammer a few times to try and break his mask. Watch out for that tail. It's not just flailing about back there for no reason. Oh dear. My health is low. My health is gone. Fairy, save me. Thank you, Fairy. Oopsies. I missed. So, now that the mask is gone, you can go for the gem in its head. You have to be pretty close to be able to hit it. Did enough times, though. And big bada boom. That's the end of this boss. Heart container. Woo! A crystal? How glorious! A crystal! Weren't we supposed to save a maiden? My crystal appears to have a woman inside of it. I'm complaining.
Haven, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world used to be the Golden Land, where the Triforce was hidden. But because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished that the world was transformed, I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers. But the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you can destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
And we've done it! We've saved the first maiden. However, if we take a look at our map, you'll see we've got quite a few ahead of us. The second one appears to be in the southern area of the map, so that's where we're going to be headed next. But there might be some things we can take care of before we go there. Why don't we do that next time? Thank you very much for watching me, and I'll see you next time.